I don't have health insurance.
I was unemployed, and because I'm not rich, don't have any money, no insurance.
I'm insured. My mother, though, is not, um, and neither is my father.
I am the only one out of my three brothers that has health insurance.
I am just working part-time, so I don't have insurance.
I am uninsured currently, and I have been uninsured for probably about the last 2.5 years.
I don't have health insurance because it wasn't really something I grew up with or grew up around.
Or I try to be as healthy as I can because I know that having insurance is very, to me, it's a luxury.
I remember from the time I was a little kid knowing that I needed to, instead of going to the ER to take care of my stitches, to take care of my cut with stitches, I needed to super glue the area shut.
I delay care a lot of times. I don't do a lot of the checkups that I once did when I had insurance.
I wish it was something that was in my reach that was affordable for me.
I had flat feet.
It was a seizure.
I had epilepsy.
I had my jaw broke.
I have one girlfriend, that child has asthma, and even though she has Medi-Cal, it's limited to what they'll do. Her baby will go into an attack, and they'll do it just enough to get the baby back breathing and send it home.
One time my mom just starts spazzing out. She has this huge seizure. I think that's what they called it. It was a seizure. And it scared the life out of me. It scared the hell out of me. I mean, I'm looking at my mom going completely insane. I don't know what's going on with her. I didn't even want to call 911. That wasn't an option for me. The reason my mom didn't want to accept the ambulance was we couldn't afford it. There was no way.
I'm between a rock and a hard place. It's a thing where I'm trying to stay as healthy as I possibly can every day because, not just because I want to be healthy, but because I truly cannot afford to be ill.
I spent 2 weeks in the hospital.
One of the doctors was close to like $800, over $1,000 for the ambulance.
Had to get plates put in my mouth.
They did one test, and I think they charged me like $220 for the test.
I had to have a shoulder surgery.
I was hooked up to monitors and stuff for just heart rate. That was like $660 for that. The fire department, $60. They gave me one pill, and they charged me $100 for that. So it ended up coming to around $2,000.
$24,000.
I ended up staying there for a week. They didn't really give me medications. They had me in internal tube feedings, and they just basically didn't feed me any food. They didn't really do anything.
Up till now, the bills are running up to $60,000.
When I had Blue Cross, I knew, and I worked at a hospital where I got a discount, I still knew that I would have to pay an incredibly high deductible prior to receiving proper medical attention.
I think that on the whole, you are treated like cattle. I think that you do not get to have that personal relationship that I think you need with a physician in order to get the best care. It's bad enough that we don't go when we should, but even when you do go, there is no guarantee that you are going to be seen in a speedy time.
Israel is smaller than California. They have a budget crisis, they have an incredibly poor economy, and yet they're still allowed, the people of Israel are still allowed to, have free health care.
It really shouldn't be a matter of your income. It really shouldn't. You should be able to get good health care whether you work, whether you don't work, whether you make $150,000 a year, or whether you make $25,000 a year.
Health insurance is a right. We should all have it, and people shouldn't be making money off our health.
The fact that we don't have health insurance in America strikes me as A, odd, and B, negligent.
We should have a national health care program or something that helps everybody, because everybody gets sick.
The government should have a responsibility to make sure that everyone is insured.
Stop making a business out of healthcare, is to stop making such a booming business out of healthcare.
I don't think people should be uninsured and have to live without the proper care and treatment they need.
And those who need help should be allowed to receive that help free of cost, especially for the taxes that we pay.
It's ridiculous to think that, one of the leading countries in the world, the US of A, the land of opportunity and free and all these kinds of great things, doesn't take care of its citizens.